So how else do you go about eliciting an emotion in people?
Yeah.
And like on a human nature level, like everything's about building trust and connection
Yeah.
with other people. Like
Yeah.
if you want to be friends with someone, it starts off with building trust. If you want to
Yeah.
go and you want to sell someone, it starts with building trust. If you're a content creator, the first 3 seconds, boom, building trust. So like
Yeah.
how you as a magician, how do you go about eliciting an emotion and building rapport with someone from the start?
Yeah, sure. So as a magician, yeah. So what you want to do if you want to build rapport with a random person on the street, let's say, before I go up to someone, I watch them for a few seconds.
Okay.
I notice who these people are. Are they laughing? Are they having a great time? Are they kind of laid back? Are they on their phones? All of these are taken into account before I make my approach. And depending on what I see, I change my behavior to kind of mimic theirs. Like I'll give you an example. Like if I see like a bunch of frat dudes walking up, they're going crazy. I say, what's up, boys? Who wants to see some magic? Like I'll
Yeah.
do something like that. But if I see like a couple girls on a bench, they're kind of more quiet. I'll say, oh hey, I'll lower my voice. I'll talk a little slower. I'll say, hey, excuse me, ladies. I'll maybe a little smile. Excuse me, ladies. So sorry to bother you. I'm just doing some magic going around. Would you guys be interested in seeing something? I would never talk like that in front of
Yeah.
those frat dudes. They're gonna be like, "Nah, get away from me, bro." But
Yeah.
like, it changes. It's like being a chameleon. You change based on who you see. Like older people, you don't want to be too grandiose. You want to be because what I found, a lot of older people think that I'm trying to scam them or something when I'm
Yeah.
going up doing a magic trick. So I want to be very low key, very respectful, saying like addressing the fact that if they say no, it's okay. Like I'm not going to keep hounding them for a magic trick, you
Right.
know. But in other cases, I see some young guys. They're like, no, no, and I'll be like, hey, you sure your buddy over here really looks like he wants to? The buddy kind of turns back. I'm like, yeah, come here, come here, come here. Hey, bring everybody, bring everybody. You have to change the way you're acting based on who you're going up to. Yeah, that's the biggest thing with making rapport with people. And I think magic, that's one of the most beautiful things about magic is that it doesn't matter who you're doing it to.
Yeah.
You could be doing it to a homeless person, to a millionaire CEO, and I can build a connection with that person.
That's actually a very interesting point because I read a book and I may get this book mixed up because I've read a lot of books on how to be a better conversationalist,
Yeah.
charisma. It maybe the book is called 92 Ways to Talk to People, something
Mhm.
like that. And I think one of the laws of that book is have the same presence and approach people with the same energy that they are. It's essentially
Yeah.
mirror. And it's
Yes.
like, oh, if your spouse gets home from a day of work and she's in a pissed off mood, and I'm just thinking about this from like my life too, and I come up to her and I'm like fired up, I'm in her face, I'm saying, yeah, look what just happened today. He's probably like, all right, bro, like shut up, like I'm pissed off right now. But if I come in and I'm like, oh my gosh, honey, like how are you doing? And I match that emotion, well, boom, she's more likely to start opening up and getting into whatever it is. Because number one tip for being a great conversationalist is it's let the other person talk.
Yes.
People love talking about themselves. I don't
Yes.
need to come and say XYZ happened. I need this person to open up. And how am
Yes.
I going to get this person to open up? I should probably match their energy.
Exactly what you said. They're making them feel valued, making them feel heard, feeling like I care about them. Another great tip I use when like talking to people, it just applies to life too. I feel like I read a book. I don't remember any of it except this one thing. It was the book How to Win Friends and Influence People,
Great book.
and the tip was always use their name, address them by their name, ask their name. That's what I do always when I do magic. The first thing I do, I ask their name, and then throughout the trick, I'm just going to be repeating their name, saying, Anthony, hold this. Okay, Anthony, give the card to so and so. Anthony, this, Anthony, that. That alone, something about it, it makes them feel like you care about them, even
Right.
though maybe in the grand scheme of things, I'm just wanting a connection with them to fool
Yeah.
them with a magic trick. I don't really want to make a connection with this person, but in the moment, it builds that trust in you.
That's so true. You
Yeah.
love, and it's a quote from that book. It's like the sweetest sound that anyone can hear is the
Own
sound of their
name.
own name. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Somewhere on the screen should direct you to somewhere else in our channel. But as always, believe foolishly.